right. I believe I am live. Good morning, everybody. If you are here, let me know that you're here in the chat. This also is going to be recorded if you're watching it from the recording. Just trying to figure out some things. Okay. All right. I'm getting used to this whole thing. This is definitely a process. Okay. So welcome to tuning in. This is something that I was inspired to do a few weeks ago in one of my meditations. And I just felt as though I wanted to create a space where people felt comfortable, and also creating a space where we can connect to ourselves. Because I was noticing in my own practice, I mean, even though, like, yes, I wanted to connect to myself, there was all this, like, I don't even know, stuff in the way. And then I kind of broke through that stuff, and I was like, oh, okay. So this is my inspiration for, breaking through that stuff and wanting to share that with others, because that's usually how we do it, You kind of break through the stuff and you're like, hey guys, I got some things that I want to share with you. So before we start, what I like to do is I like to just burn a little bit of sage or Palo Santo or some cedar before I really drop in. So we're going to drop into a little meditation. I'll share a little bit, maybe some journaling prompts, and we'll see what happens. But anyways, let's go in. I'm going to burn this sage. And just calling for the highest, most loving vibrational energies to be here with us this morning. Just clearing our space so that we can drop in and connect. You can do this with me, or if not, that's okay. Ooh. And also for today, I pulled a card from this Path of Soul Destiny card by Cheryl Lee Harnish. So I pulled a card, and it's this beautiful design. If you can see that. And that card is representing boundlessness, which I feel is so perfect for what my intention really was for coming in here. It's basically saying that, we are eternal beings and we're boundless and infinite in our nature. So, what I was coming up against was a lot of fear. And this boundlessness kind of reminds you, what are the the limited thoughts that are in your way of boundlessness. So we can kind of bust through that and move forward in faith. So the only limits you will ever experience are the ones you have created for yourself based on your own beliefs. A world without boundaries or limits is opening, and anything and everything is possible. So I like that boundlessness, that open expansion. We can really just kind of surrender those limiting thoughts. Just let that go and really come into that feeling of boundlessness. All right, so we're clearing the space and we're going to find ourselves coming into a meditation. So if you are sitting on a chair, you can place your feet on the ground, or if you're sitting on the ground, get comfortable. You can begin to close your eyes. And just connecting in with the breathing. I'm going to shut that off now. So connecting in with your breath, noticing the inhales and the exhales. Breathing into the belly, feeling it rise on an inhale. Bringing that breath all the way up to the top of the chest, the throat, and then slowly exhaling out the nose, dropping the shoulders, the chest, and feeling the belly come in towards the spine, empty, empty out. So taking a 3-part breath, breathing in through the belly, feel it expand all the way up through the chest. As much air as you can, and then hold. And then exhale, let the shoulders drop, the chest drop, and the belly sink in. Let's just keep that going. At your own pace. Keep that breath going. And you're going to start to imagine kind of like a cone on top of your head. And what this cone is doing is just funneling in spirit, the universe, divine energy. And it's coming in through the crown of the head, all the way down the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the throat, and you just feel it kind of just like nectar just dripping down through the heart, the belly, down the spine, down the arms, the root, down the legs. And all this beautiful nectar is dripping down into the earth. And you can imagine, what I like to imagine is a cord. I have a copper cord that I connect deep, deep, deep down to the core of the earth. So drop yourself down deep into the earth, anchor yourself into the core as you can imagine it, through the rubble, through the rock, all the layers, and find that core and anchor there. So you're feeling the connection from spirit up above, in through your body, and all the way down to the earth. And with this cord, release anything that you're noticing in your body, any heaviness, anything that's really kind of not serving you, just let it go. Just simply let it go. And you don't have to worry. This is something that the earth can take on and alchemize for you. So if you're feeling a little bit of guilt for giving things away, don't feel any guilt. It's all good. Earth Mama is an alchemical queen. But what you can be mindful of is if you are living in a building, an apartment complex, and there's somebody beneath you, just be mindful. And you can clearly state that the energy that I am letting go of is not going to affect anybody. And this is going directly into the center of the earth. And so it is. We have the power of our decree and our intentions. So anchoring into this core of the earth, this beautiful core. And you can feel now maybe strengthening and holding on to that core with your cord and just drawing up that earth energy all the way up through the body. And take a few 3-part breaths, breathing into that connection. And let's bridge the earth energy at our heart and spirit energy at our heart. And just breathe into the heart. 3-part breath, breathing into the heart, noticing how that feels. And connect back in with that divine energy. We're going to cleanse ourselves with the earth below us and the divine above us. Start to draw in on that golden nectar. And again, it's coming in through the crown. And you can say this to yourself. I cleanse with love all my thoughts. And I cleanse with love all that I see. I cleanse with love all that I speak. I cleanse with love all that I listen to. I cleanse with love all that I feel. I cleanse with love all that I give. I cleanse with love all that I receive. I cleanse with love all that I am. And let that golden light energy turn into a beautiful field around you. And you can see this field surrounding you. It's about your arm's width distance out. Doesn't have to be too big, just keep it in. We're not expanding out, we're staying right here with ourselves in spirit. So feel that auric field that is yours, and you can bring in whatever color, resonates with you. For me, it's gold, golden light. And with this creation of the auric field, or cleansing still, you can imagine maybe a gust of wind coming in just to blow away anything that doesn't serve. And sometimes I even imagine like this kind of auric field trash bag gathering everything up, closing off, and then I kind of just throw it out. You can imagine a vacuum. Sometimes I do that. Anything that really resonates with you as far as cleansing, the broom, sweeping. Stay connecting with your breathing. So we're cleansing the auric field. Beautiful, and trust that your auric field is being cleansed. And we're going to now call in ourself through all people, places, situations, calling back ourselves that we may have surrendered or given up somewhere along the way. In conversations, just call it back. From every which direction that it needs to come from, just call it back into the body. You can even state your name a few times. I like to do that. I call myself in, Jacqueline. You can do it 3 times, Jacqueline, Jacqueline. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale. Feeling that switch, anchoring back into the self. And take a few breaths, breathing, and knowing that you have returned and you are here. You are always here. You are boundless, infinite being of love. So feeling this connection to yourself, you can keep the eyes closed or just at a soft gaze. If you have a pen and paper or a journal, you can start to connect with yourself and maybe listen to any messages that you have to say to yourself, your higher self has to say, any insights. Give yourself some time to jot that down. What I've been learning is it's really good or nice to be in this state that we've cultivated. It's 0 point, a neutral space, and in this space we feel more connected to ourselves. And when we feel more connected to ourselves, we feel connected to source and connected to service. So, some questions that you may have if you're feeling any doubts or fear coming up, ask the question, how can I show up for myself? How can I show up for the world? How can I show up and serve? How can I gain the momentum that I need to show up? What is it that I need to let go of in order to show up in my highest version of myself? Just ask these questions. These questions are really powerful because what they do is it actually sets up for momentum to happen in your field. When you ask, you shall receive. So it's really good to kind of ask these questions and just be neutral with it and notice what happens as you move forward on your day and your days, your week. Taking the time to really tune in, to get quiet with yourself. And if there are any questions that you would like to ask me, if you're watching this on repeat, feel free to even ask because I have access to my YouTube page and I can answer them. But I do hope that for yourself, you find the answers in which you are seeking because you have all the answers within you. But sometimes, yes, always guidance. Some guidance from others is always helpful, so I have found. So staying in this state, you can return back to that 3-part breath. And I'm going to acknowledge all the beautiful energies that were here to support us. Thank you, thank you. And thank you to all that are here watching. And past, present, future. So I offer a Patreon subscription. It's $25 a month. And with that, you get access to my embodiment classes, yoga classes, dance classes, movement, breath work. And I offer that every week, either on live stream or recorded. And you get access to all of that, everything you get access to, all the recordings, all the libraries that I have. And I will put the link in my YouTube so that you can see that. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your morning. And I will also offer this tuning in every week. Please let me know if there's any times that work for you. I am on the East Coast, so I'm going off of East Coast time, but we can work around things. Many blessings.